Hi everyone, this is Yi from E-Reservation. Today, I'm very excited to share this new recipe on the fluffiest and softest Asian milk bread, aka Hokkaido milk bread you will ever taste. Although you can make this recipe with a stand mixer or a bread machine, today I'm going to show you how to make this recipe completely by hand from start to finish. However, if you prefer to use your stand mixer, please make sure you check out my older recipe in the description below. Be warned, this recipe does take some time to perfect, but trust me, it's all gonna be worth it. At the end of the video, I'm also going to share one of my favorite ways of serving this bread, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Now, I'm ready to make some bread, are you? First, let's make the water roux or TangZhong. This is the secret stuff that makes your bread soft. Pour the milk in a small pan, add the flour in batches, and stir to dissolve. Heat the mixture in low heat while mixing non-stop. The mixture will get thicker as it heats up. Once the roux is thick enough to form a soft peak, set aside and let it cool to room temperature. You can make the roux a day in advance and store it in the fridge. As I mentioned earlier, this recipe will only focus on how to make the dough without the mixer or bread machine. To make the dough, in a mixing bowl, combine the flour, sugar, yeast, and salt. Then add the TangZhong, aka water roux, egg, and reserve the dough from previous bread making and 2/3 of your milk. And finally, vanilla extract, which is optional. Now, roll up your sleeves and take a deep breath because the rest of the steps will get a little physical. Mix by hand until all the ingredients are incorporated. That is when there's no big lumps of dry flour. And add more milk if that's necessary. Press and roll with your palm until a ball is formed and it's not sticking to the side of the mixing bowl. Again, add more milk if necessary to keep the dough soft. This might take 2 to 3 minutes. Transfer the dough ball to a workstation, flatten it, and add the butter to the center. Fold the dough to enclose the butter. Incorporate the butter by pressing and pushing the dough. This step gets messy in the beginning, but after a while, the butter will get absorbed. Keep on kneading until the workstation is mostly free of butter. Continue to knead the dough in order to develop more gluten. The basic steps are: roll the dough into an oval shape, hold one end of the dough with one hand, and use the other hand to press and push forward the dough. Repeat this process for 10 to 15 minutes. When the dough is ready, you should be able to stretch the dough with your fingers without breaking it. Save a small portion of the dough for next time. Next, you want to make your dough as smooth and shiny as possible. To do that, rotate the dough with both palms until the surface is smooth. Then shape it into a ball. Next, dust the mixing bowl with the flour and place the dough in the mixing bowl. Cover it with a plastic wrap and let it proof for 1 to 2 hours, depending on the room temperature. The dough should double in size. Once the dough doubles in size, transfer it back to the workstation. Gently poke a hole in the center and shape it into a donut ring. Cut open the ring and divide it into 3 equal portions. For each portion of the dough, shape it into a ball. Roll it between the workstation and your palm to squeeze out trapped air and make it smooth. Repeat the same step for the rest of the dough. Cover and let the dough balls rest for 15 minutes. Once the dough is relaxed, Dust each dough ball with some flour. Gently flatten each dough and use a rolling pin to roll out the dough into a half-inch thick rectangular sheet. It may take a few minutes to get the shape right, so feel free to take your time. Flip the sheet so the smooth side is facing down. Fold the two ends of the sheet into the middle with a slight overlap. Then roll the dough into a roll. Repeat for the rest of the dough and let it rest for 15 minutes. Once the dough is relaxed again, roll out each portion into a rectangular sheet like the previous step. Flip the sheet. Fold two ends of the sheet into the middle with a slight overlap. Then roll the dough into a roll. Repeat this process for the rest of your dough. Line your bread loaf pan with parchment paper or use a fitted loaf pan liner. Place each portion of the dough in your loaf pan. Cover with plastic wrap and let it proof for the last time until it doubles in size, about 1 to 1.5 hours depending on the room temperature. In the meantime, preheat the oven to 375 Fahrenheit or 190 Celsius. Once the final proof is complete, brush the bread dough with a reserved egg wash. Bake in the oven uncovered for 20 minutes. And make sure you watch the magic of rising bread. After 20 minutes, take out the bread and cover with a piece of aluminum foil. Turn the oven down to 350 Fahrenheit or 175 Celsius and bake for another 10 minutes. Transfer the bread to a cooling rack and let it cool to touch before serving. Look how soft and fluffy this milk bread is. You will never be able to go back to the regular white bread again. If you ever get to make this bread, please snap a picture and share with me using hashtag #eReservation. That will be really appreciated. Now I'm going to show you one of my favorite ways of serving this bread. All you need is a slice of bread and a soft-boiled egg. There's just nothing better than starting your day than having a slice of Asian milk bread. Bon appetit! Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please share and give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions about this recipe. Please don't forget to subscribe and check out my other videos. I will see you next time.